Coming up on Metrofile this week, former Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mrs. Florence Adebanjo, is given a pat on the back for a job well done as she bows out as the chairman of the Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Bank.
Also on Metrofile, we sit and chat with former Executive Director Marketing in NTA, lawyer, and someone many describe as beauty and brain, Miss Grace Egbagbe.
There's nowhere in the world you wear something and look good if you're uncomfortable. So even if it's a $10 million dress, if you don't look comfortable, if you're not feeling comfortable in it, you're not going to look stylish.
And we join the Kasimu family from Owo in Ondo State to bid their father, Pa Saka Olawande Kasimu, farewell.
It's great to be here again. I mean, I just can't get tired of bringing social events every weekend. Now, my job, our job is to keep up with things and those making things happen. And trust me, people continue to celebrate on a daily basis, even in death. And I will try to look at the bright side of life.
That's true.
The bright side of a new situation and celebrate lives well spent. And that we'll be doing on the show this week.
And that's very true. I mean, it gives us so much pleasure to share in your celebration, and we're truly humbled that you let us share in your joy. We do not take that for granted in any way, so we're inviting you to share this 30 whole minutes of fun with us on Metrofile. So welcome to our world. I'm Anne Nwawodu.
And I'm Ogi Chukwose. Thank you for joining us. She came in 2005 with one thing on her mind, and that is to take the Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Bank to another level. Now today, the former Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mrs. Florence Adebanjo, can boast that she's been able to take the bank to an enviable height with facts to back her claims. So after serving as the director and chairman of the bank for 9 good years, she finally took a bow and a send-forth was organized in her honor.
The evening started with cocktails for the important guests who made their way to the venue of the send-forth party organized in honor of the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mrs. Florence Adebanjo, who was until recently the chairman of the Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Bank PLC. Enjoying the variety of appetizers, whetting their appetites ahead of the goodies awaiting them in the course of the evening. The guests cleared path to welcome the guest of honor, DIG retired Mrs. Florence Adebanjo. She was welcomed by her family, friends, including present and former colleagues in the force, and those who came to wish her well as she moves on to other ventures. It was a delightful evening set aside to honor and celebrate an astute officer for her contribution to the progress and development of the Nigerian Police Microfinance Bank. Mrs. Adebanjo joined the bank in November 2005 as a director and became the chairman in 2008 until she retired in November 2014.
During her tenure, the bank witnessed strings of parallel developments, which include the construction and commissioning of the bank's head office building, listing of the bank on the first-tier floor of Nigeria Stock Exchange, the first by any microfinance in this country, the issuance of a national microfinance bank license by Central Bank, the receipt of loan facility totaling 700 million for microfinance on landing and many more.
Some of the special guests at the send-forth occasion include former Inspector General of Police, Mr. Sunday Ehidero, former DIG, Mr. Abubakar Audu, Managing Director of the bank, Mr. Akin Lawal and his wife, Executive Director of the bank, Mr. Jude Ohaneyi, Executive Director Alhaja Tani Olodo, amongst others.
Thank you for bequeathing to us the legacy of faithfulness, loyalty, hard work, honesty, transparency, competence, contentment, efficiency, and
Former Inspector General of Police, Mr. Sunday Ehidero, spoke highly of former DIG at Debanjo.
When I recommended her 9 years ago to be police, I think Cooperative Bank was there. Community Bank. I had no doubt in my mind that you would take the bank to another level.
The guests took a break from the goodwill messages to enjoy the sumptuous dinner. They were all having a good meal while the special guest of honor took time out to acknowledge everyone.
I thank everybody who has worked with me along the line, past directors, present directors, past members of the management team, staff of the bank, for your cooperation. I will assure the bank and the shareholders, the directors and the management that by the grace of God, if there is need for you to consult me on anything, please don't hesitate.
A presentation was then made to the guest of honor and then the toast. Retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mrs. Florence Oye Adebanjo, joined the force in 1968 as a cadet police inspector. She has worked in various police formations from 1969 to 2001 and retired as the Commandant Police Staff College, Jos, in March 2002. She was once the Secretary General, International Police Association, Nigeria Chapter. Former DIG at Debanjo is a member of the Governing Board of Administrative Staff College of Nigeria and member of International Association of Chiefs of Police, amongst others. She is a fellow of National War College and is in the business of fish farming. As she retires, we wish her well in her future endeavors.